We have S.Christianson from South Africa, one of your locals, against W.Biludo from Brazil. As we see Wenderson's first wave.
Nice footwork straight to the nose, flying around that big closeout section to start off with. Nice little check turn in the pocket, going up for a second little wraparound and staying just ahead of that foam. Nice flow, kind of cruising through to the inside. Let's see what he can link.
So first light here as we stare into the sun. And here we go, first wave being ridden by S.Christianson, setting up a nice turn here. So important to get a wave early on in the heat to kind of build your confidence, and that's not how you want to build your confidence. All right, so while we're waiting for that, we'll go down to the beach to catch up with the winner of the last heat, Josh Constable.
Out, nice clean kick out, and S.Christianson. Nice, good 6 steps to the nose. A little bit of shuffling right at the end there, but decent footwork for the majority of it. Back and forth of this heat. Second one now, lining himself up once again for that nose ride. Just being patient with it, getting that locked in, hang 5. You can tell that wind is still a factor. That board is bumping all over the place, which would definitely be the result of the wind blowing up the face of that wave. He's not able to link himself back in to get that flow.
So it's fun to see the blend and what ends up coming out on top as we see S.Christianson again. Looks like a cleaner wave there. It's a little bit smaller, and it definitely had a cleaner wave face. A little bit of shuffling there. Nice drop knee turn. And I like that little cross steps out of it to kind of build some forward momentum. Nice drop knees, picking some nice lines here. Nice drop knee turn back there. Managing those wind issues quite nicely. Nice clean eggs out.
Just a few good turns, and it comes through as a 4.83. So that's a great score on the board for S.Christianson as we see the replay.
As you can see how he sets it up again. He's down in about a third of the way down to the face of the wave, so they've generated some nice speed, some good lift under that board. Drop knee cut back here, kind of setting up the inside. Little check turns, kind of keeping himself back, hoping the wave is going to wall up for him again. He's going to get a nice turn in here, nice and smooth, nice and controlled. Running out, he knows it's going to get deep and soft there, so he just kicks out and heads himself back out to the top.
Decision early on to kind of run hard and then take that break mid-range throughout the day, just to let that wind kind of mellow off. And here we have live action with S.Christianson. Just a quick couple steps forward, just stretches out to the nose. A little bit of style points going in there, manages to get into the hang 10, so not super controlled, but like that kind of layback look anyways. Gets that drop knee cut back in there. And you can hear the whistles, which means there's probably a set coming for Wenderson out the back as we see Sam milking this wave all the way to the inside. So he found a really good runner. We haven't seen too many of those waves connect through in the last hour or two.
Replay of Sam's wave here, setting it up, waiting for the wave to give him an opportunity to cross step to the nose. Gets out there and kind of loses his balance and has to go back and drag up a little bit, but puts it together again and finishes with a 10. Drop knee turn back there. And then that wave's just going to kind of run out all the way to the inside, putting a couple of turns together, but you can see how soft that wave is. Not really, that's not considered a critical nose ride. That's, keeping your momentum going forward, much lump. And here is Wenderson's. Look how clean the wind is starting to really groom the face of that wave. Nice carving turn under the lip there. Oh, just getting blown apart by that one. And again, critical and snapping underneath the lip of the wave. And looks like a nice set on the outside as the surfers are paddling out to the horizon there. We'll see. We've got priority with Wenderson. Wenderson's looking for a 4.54, and there he is using his priority, getting right to the nose. But you can see he was on a downward trajectory. It's like running to the nose at the start of the wave, thinking that's where
as we go to live action.
And that's Wenderson setting up a nice nose ride. That one is in a critical steep part of the wave as he set it up there. Excuse me. Going to have to work his way around this big whitewater section. See if that cleans up and gets shallow enough on the inside to give a decent performance wall. He's running into that channel. He'll get one more turn at least. He's going to milk that in, but probably not worth going much farther. All right, and he jumps out of that one.
Come on, she has been in the mix to win a world title for years now. Will be really exciting to see if she's able to string it together this week. Lindsay Steinreide, she was runner-up at this event last year. There we have that replay, so straight into that hang 5, hang 10 combination. Just gets himself around the foam. into one little check turn under the foam, just kind of staying in that power pocket of the wave. Not really letting it run away from him here. He gets one nice bounce off. Continues down before that wave just flattens out in that deep section.
So we've got, there he is, Sam Christianson taking a look at this one. Quick turn at the top there. And as you can see, when you turn too soon at the top and run out to the nose, you're just in a falling trajectory as opposed to doing a little fade setup that puts you a little bit better into it. So again, critical wave, nice and steep. But again, that whole nose ride was on a descending trajectory, and that just is not as a high-scoring nose ride as if you had set it up with a little turn. It can't just be a running quick up there, so you're going to fall out of the face. You might be much better off being a third of the way down the face of that wave to set up that nose ride. I love his footwork when he does that cutback, where he does that drop and he turn and does one or two cross steps to help that momentum going in that direction.
Right.
It's a really nice setup that he has there.
Great insight from the wingnut, the Longboard. No, I think that's really good critical, like very good thinking about that direction as they're setting themselves up for the nose ride. Are they kind of on an upward ascension, or are they heading down too quickly as we see that big...
I really like ascension. It is what you want.
I don't know what's coming out of my mouth.
No, but that's a great word, because you want to ascend, not descending down the face of the wave.
So if they shoot it over that whitewash, it really saves them from being in a high impact space. As we see Sam Christianson from Durban, South Africa, running a couple little steps. Oh, unfortunately, that wave does not unlock for him. I had so many hopes and dreams resting on this.
I think, very comfortable with his choice there. And again, he's going to do it again. Look how clean the slightly smaller inside wave is. And he's able to draw a mid-face line there to get to the nose. Much more functional nose ride in that setup. And now let's see how that drop knee turn plays in through here. Nice, comes out of that turn with a little bit of footwork. Now you can see where there's still some of that wind bump on the edge, and he's using that nose ride just as a forward trim spot, just to keep that forward momentum. It wasn't in the critical steep part, but it was functional in the sense that it helped him glide forward. So as we see it again, see how he's a little bit, he checked himself just a little bit there, which allowed him to set that nose ride in a more critical spot. Nice drop knee turn here. He's going to come out of it, and he gets to the nose, and he's just going to use that forward momentum to carry himself down the line. Gets another cut back in here. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Will Wenderson be able to find a large enough wave, clean enough wave to score and take this away from South Africa's Sam Christianson? One looks like it pushed more energy even over to the north, to the left of your screen, but Wenderson's found one. Very peaky wave here. Sets up that turn. Here he comes off the bottom, and it's like you come off the bottom and set that up. That is a much better setup for the nose ride, and he's able to lock one in there. A 5 to a 10 to a long 5. Wenderson just might have been able, if he can stay and finish this ride, he might have been able to steal the Christmas cookies off of Sam's plate. That's going to be close. The wave does not look like much at the start right there, but he sees what's coming down the line, setting it up, waiting, not rushing it, getting out there for 5. There's a 10, and then back to 5, holding those toes ripped over the nose of the board and going, increasing speed, comes back, a little bit of a shuffle. I'm going to have to give him a demerit again for that, but that wraparound turn, staying with this and finishing this wave, really important, I think, to finish in control.
It's going to be very interesting. You can see.
And he does not get it. A 6.67. So very, very close. Sam Christianson takes it by a .33 margin.